But in Nyeri County, several coffee farmers are expected in Karatina court of allegations of hawking their produce.
Yep. Coffee hawking has remained rampant over the years despite regulatory restrictions on the practice. But why is this the case? We're joined right now live by Martin Munene for details on that story. Martin, it's great to see you. Why is this the case?
All right, a very good morning to you, Zinzi and Trevor in studio from Nyeri County. Now, the whole issue about coffee, Central Kenya, Nyeri County, and indeed several counties across this region, farmers depend on coffee for their livelihood. And coffee is one of the actually crops that bring a lot of money in this country, and therefore there's quite a large amount of money involved. And now, one of the things that happens is that farmers do plant the coffee, they harvest it, then they take it to cooperative societies or to people who pulp the coffee as they will. But now there has been a challenge over the years where farmers actually have to wait for a long time for them to be able to get the amount, or for them to get to be able to be paid actually, or get the amount of money that they deserve for their coffee. And so what happens is that some of the farmers who are in dire need of money tend to look for alternatives or places where they can be able to sell their coffee. But according to the law, that is not supposed to happen. And now there's an incident that happened here last week. Several people were actually arrested with 2 trucks that were transporting coffee. It is said that, or according to the charge sheet that we have actually seen, that they are being charged with transporting coffee without a movement permit, which is against the law, because if you're transporting coffee, ideally you're supposed to have a permit. But the real question actually being why farmers, or why do we find situations like this coming into play? And it is because most farmers feel that they wait quite a long time for the money to come. Now, there has been proposals in the law. There's an amount of money, about 3 billion shilling, that was set aside that was meant to actually cure this or bring an end to this whole process of waiting. Farmers were supposed to be taking coffee to their factories, and once they go to the factory, once the weighing is done, then the farmer was supposed to receive the monies. But so far, that has not been the case, and therefore farmers still have to wait for that particular, or for months actually, or for some time or a duration of time for them to be able to actually get the monies for their coffee. And so it has been quite a challenge. At the same time, there has also been a huge challenge because of the amount of monies involved. A lot of coffee theft has been taking place within the county, within the region, and so forces or the security forces have actually been on the lookout trying to identify any areas that coffee theft is actually taking place. And so as they were going around their work, they found these trucks, and so arrests were made. And so now these people are before the court, of course, for the court to determine if what they were doing is wrong or illegal, if what they were taking the coffee is actually where it should be taken, if they had licenses to transport the coffee or not. But the whole point of this whole the point of all this case is that a lot of farmers still feel a lot of frustrations, because coffee is a regulated crop. You cannot just sell it anyhowly or anywhere you want. Indeed, in fact, it's against the law for you as a farmer to just uproot coffee or do whatever without notifying, for example, your cooperative society, the county government in writing. And therefore, farmers often feel really oppressed when it comes to delays. When it comes to delays in terms of monies, they cannot be able to sell their coffee wherever they want. But the whole point again being controlling the quality of coffee. If a farmer, for example, picks coffee today, it is expected that they deliver that coffee to a processing plant that particular day. If it delays, the quality goes lower. And therefore, if, for example, coffee from a certain place is mixed with coffee from another place, then the quality goes low. And so the whole process of control is actually meant to ensure that there is no coffee theft, the farmer gets value for his money, and the quality is maintained. But how that happens or how that works are still details, and that is where some of the problems come in. So today we're here in court. We expect this particular case to go on, and we're very eager to just hear what the court will have to say, what the defense will have to say, what the prosecution will have to say, even as the region and as the country tries to come up with solutions that will cure the problems that are facing the coffee sector, a sector that many people in this region depend on for their daily livelihood. And if you talk to anybody who is a bit older, they'll tell you from this region, they grew up all the way educated through resources that came from coffee. But nowadays, coffee is a story that is sad because a lot of farmers still say they do not get value for their money. Back to you in studio, Trevor and Zinzi from Nyeri County. I'm Martin Monene.
All right, thank you so much, Martin. Martin there live for us with details of the coffee hawking. All right, we want to take a quick commercial break. When we do come back, we still have more updates and we'll touch ground with some of our reporters across the country as we still aim to let you know what is happening in Kenya and beyond. Stay with Daybreak.